Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another video. And in this one, I've gone through the comments. Of course, I see your comments, and people are saying, please show us how to trade, at least analyze the chart a little bit, and please help us out. You know, you're motivating us, but we need the chart analysis. Okay, here is the thing, guys. What I trade and what I've been trading for a while is trend lines. I trade trend line breaks. So those of you that don't know trend line breaks, you should go and do thorough research on what trend lines are and trend line breaks. Most people despise them, but they have worked for me. People say, they are too easy, they are like this, they are this. So that is what I trade, and that is what I've been trading ever since I started becoming profitable. I traded them and I was not, but then I, improved them a little bit. So this is what we are going to do. Let us show you how we trade our trend lines, and you can use the information the way you want. So this is our chart right here. It is our chart of gold. I trade only gold, and I do trend lines on the 15-minute time frame, although I look at other time frames. So the easiest bit is, you see it is in an upward trend. It is in a what? An upward trend. And when I draw my trend line, it tells me, let me first draw it actually. So I drew this one, then I have to look at the lowest points and the highest. So before I took a trade, I'm going to show you that trade I took. I drew a trend line from here up to here. This is the trend line I drew while I was not making the video. So this is one touch point, and you put your touch points. Where is the circle? Let me see. It's right here. So this is one touch point, and this is another one. It looks close, right? And then this is another touch point right here. Remember, we are going to show you on our got funded account. So those are 3 touch points, and when it hit this bar, it crossed this trend line right here. I didn't enter immediately, but I was waiting for confirmation. It came back, and at this position, this is when you're supposed to enter, right? When it comes back and taps here, it is a sign of confirmation. But I was away from the chart. I was, I trade on my phone and my chart, so I was quite away from, and I couldn't enter the positions. But then I came and entered around here. So I entered my positions around here, as you can see, and we are going to wait and see. It is giving some profits, and it is giving, break evens and drawdowns. So we shall wait and see how gold is going to react, because it is a numbers game, it is a probability game. Yesterday I took some trades in BTC. I was trying BTC out because I trade only gold, but I was like, let me try BTC, and it showed me some good losses yesterday, right? But this is how I trade. You enter here assuming the market is going to do what? To go down. That is when you enter a what? A sell. And for example, if it is in an upward trend like this, if you are able to catch the move, for example this one, you see, so it is not easy, but when you catch the moves, they are always good. So if it is a downward trend and then you catch this is one touch point, a second one, and a third one. Then when it comes to 3, it breaks. So this one is a bit tricky because you have to wait. So you are supposed to enter here and be like, after this break, this is a what? Going upwards. But so you put in a long position from here. You go in for longs. This is how trend lines work. If you've not known how trend lines work, this is how you work. But now this pullback is also tricky, because you're sure that at some point it is going to pull back. It crosses the trend line and it pulls back. This is how I take my trades in trend lines. Now you see I've taken this sell. Most people are buying, of course, and it could go back up. So I've taken this sell around here. I think I took it around here, and I put my, because I'm thinking it can pull back, and I'm taking a sell because it has crossed this trend line. I could be wrong, I could be right. So it is a probability game. It is a numbers game. As you can see right now, we are at minus 200, which is okay. We are going to see how this trade is going to play out, and then we shall give an update. But those of you that are asking, how are you doing it, what is this, what is this, this is how I trade. Simple. But yeah, this is the God funded account. As you can see, we are in drawdown of 48,500. 48,500. We made a loss of like 1,500 yesterday on BTC, but we can see if we can be able to do what, to make it back from this trade. So we leave the trade to play out. It was in profit, but of course, you know, it goes in drawdown, it plays around there. So you have to wait and be patient and see what happens. If it is a loss, we shall come back and give the update. If it is a profit, we shall also do what? Come back and give the update. But I manage my trades. You should also consider managing your trades. You might not wait for it to hit take profit and then just get out around here, all around here, whatever works for you. So that is how I trade. That is how I take my trades, and I wait for confirmations. I wait for a lot of things. But yeah, basically, those of you that are wanting to know how I trade, this is how I trade. I draw trend lines, simple stuff. I look at the points on gold and then wait for a break and enter a position. That's basically it. That is all I do. Nothing else. But when you decide to take on trend lines, please go and do research, read about them. Like, become a master at the stuff, right? Don't only just do this. Search YouTubers that do trend lines, because the goal is being profitable. And if you can be profitable with the simplest tool, I think you can go ahead and be like, yeah. And for example, there is support and resistance. There are people that, like I've not explained, this is a critical level, but I had to enter the position because I wanted to. Because when you draw this line, you see, this is such a critical level. It is a level of support, right? This is a level of support, and that is why we might be taken out of this trade. That's why we might make a loss here, because this is a very critical level of support, and we see price is trying to bounce back off this support level, and then it can shoot back up, right? Others might call it a fair value gap or whatever, but this is also an important level. So you make decisions. If it comes to here and you think you cannot handle the pressure of it making to the loss, you come out of the position. You can easily come out of the position, right? That is also quite important for you to do. If you cannot handle this pressure of this support, you're thinking, ah man, it is not going to go through here, you just come out of the position. You take the small profit or small loss and wait again for another trend line break. So this is basically what we do on most of our accounts. I don't copy trade, but I just wait and then trade this one, enter a position like that. That is what I basically do. So I decided to also trade this got funded on here, because I can easily show you the trades I took. If we look at the history, I made losses yesterday. These are BTC losses. The first was a buy on BTC, and we made a loss of 600. The second one was a sell of BTC, and we made a loss of like 500 something. So yeah, this is the journey. We are in a loss of 1,200, and then we just entered the gold sell, and let us see how it will play out at the end of the day. I'll keep you updated, but I hope you guys are happy. I saw comments on my channel. Please show us how you trade. Show us this. How I trade is the simplest way. You know, you just do what? Wait for a trend line break, enter a position when it breaks the trend line, and then you sit and wait. Seriously, I take like hours just looking and waiting. But if we get profits, well and good. If we don't, still well and good. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll come back with the update, so wait for it. We shall see how it plays out. All right, guys, on the episode of trading our God funded account, you obviously see this is a pure loss. It is a loss we've made, and I'll own it. So okay, I explained to you the thought process. It was, you know, a trend line break, and it had crossed, so I thought it would go and it wouldn't have a retracement, because sometimes it retraces, other times it doesn't. So what we see here in the trade, it went into profit, but then it was able to do what? To come back up, and of course it hit our stop loss. It has definitely hit our stop loss, so the trade is invalid. Yeah, the losses are there. And if we look at our account right now, we are at 47k 200. That is the total loss we've made on this account. I guess the next series will be how to come back from drawdown on a God funded account. But yeah, when we look at our history, look, they are all red days. They are all red days. So today I've lost 1,500. Remember, on a 50k it is 2,500 for the daily loss limit, and today that is the loss I've taken. Shall we be able to come back tomorrow? Maybe. So the daily loss limit is 2,500. Yesterday I lost, you know, like 1,000. Today I've lost 1,500. So yeah, it stings, but it is okay. We can always come back from that. We shall continue looking at the market and see how it will react with gold. As I've seen right now, I can draw another trend line up right here, but it is not yet very valid. I mean, this trend line is not yet very valid, but we shall see how it will work out. I trade only gold. These losses in BTC really took me back for a while, these losses in BTC, but yeah, that is how you lose 1,500 on an account. I know most people are going to come in my comment section, you know, whatever you have to say, but this method has earned me payouts, like you can see from the previous videos. And yeah, but that is basically it. It is at 47,200. We shall come back tomorrow stronger to try and make what? 1,000, make another 1,000, like that. That is what we focus on. But thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. Those of you that wanted to see me trading, that's how I trade. Can I come live? Bro, I cannot come live because I'll just have to sit here and wait for a setup to appear. And when it appears, it can still either be a loss or a profit. So that is it, guys. I want you to stay blessed and keep trading, keep finding your edge, and may God bless you. Peace out. Bye.